Good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Oates in here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre- and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Stafford fires to Cup. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
3rd down. Purdy. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He's looking for Joe Mixon coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them? I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Connects with Cup on the slant. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Open man left side. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the 1st down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
1st down and 10 yards to go.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Throw right side, Holt in by Cup. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball. It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He pulls it in around the 5. And takes a big lick at the end of that one, but he hangs on to the football. That's what counts as he has him set up 1st and goal at the 2.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot.
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Austin Loveland. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Burrow. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Now a screen set up for Henry. Now he's free to midfield. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A huge play there on the screen pass. 32 yards. Burrow now to throw on first down. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And he will score! Cooper Kupp, touchdown, New York. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10. Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
On the coverage.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He finds along the outside. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, here's a run by Mixon. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up the 5. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
Play is a turnover on downs.
On first down, Burrow. That one hung up for grabs across the field. It gets intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Quickly, he hits Loveland on the RPO. To the pylon, he's pinned. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Seattle. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this game.
Jason Sandler is set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
On first and 10, Burrow. This is caught down that right sideline. And he's out of bounds goes up beyond the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, New York.
First down throw for Burrow. Pass is completed to Cup. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. 2nd and a yard. To throw is Burrow. Oh, man, open downfield is Thornton. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down.
Play
Jets.
action now. It's Burrow. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, Jets. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Jets move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Seahawks, 14.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got his man, Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They try to work the screen with Mixon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
26-yard line.
Back to the air is Purdy. And he's in. Cooper Kupp. Touchdown Seahawks.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
17.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They go play action for Burrow. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll be second down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Second down, Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
At the 33-yard line.
Purdy now on second down. He's got it at the 7, and he will score again. Holston Loveland, touchdown Seattle, saving his best for the playoffs, his third touchdown of the game. And that is the hat trick. What a game, his third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Purdy has the offense ready as they will go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing that out wide, and he will get into the end zone and put the lead up by 2 more.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This will be returned from the 2. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Looking across the field, he hauls it in. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Gain of 18. That's good for the Jets. First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Jets
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now second down throw for Burrow. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown Seahawks.
Yeah, that's just a mistake by this quarterback, Mike. That's just really inexcusable. You can't continue to push your luck. And at a level like this, against defenders this good, you continue to put the ball in harm's way. Eventually, they're going to make you pay.
Mixon going to try and run it. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass is incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
2nd and 10.
22-yard line.
Burrow. To the middle, it's Cup. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
First down, New York.
Back to throw, Burrow. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers.
Second down.
And it'll lead to a second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Rolling to the left. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, New York.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, Purdy. This one not quite on target, but too much. That one falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Connects with Cup on the slant. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Forced out wide. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
On first down, Burrow. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing is Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here we go. This is fourth down. They'll drop to throw. Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Kupp. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 90 yards. Touchdown, Jets. Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jets are back within 6.
Jets 31.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Purdy. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. Led to a nice game.
And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. Third down and 9. Now Mixon. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. His kick is good. He got it. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.